Welcome everybody, it is Crypto Moose and it's time to get loose. Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. So what we're going to do on this episode is talk about Midnight. Specifically, I want to get into the claim phases. So as you guys know, phase one has completed. So that was for those of you that were holding a certain amount of Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other top layer one asset. So the screenshot was taken months ago and you had a certain window to claim those tokens. We've been doing tutorials and updates on that throughout the process. So now we're going to get into phase two, which opens in roughly 5 days. So this is going to be referred to as the scavenger phase. So quite a bit of fun. I don't even know exactly what to expect, but I want to give you guys as much insight as possible. And then ultimately phase three, which will be the lost and found phase, which we'll talk about on this episode. So guys, like, comment, subscribe, give me your thoughts and opinions. I know it's been frustrating for a lot of you as maybe you're holding Cardano, at least on this channel, or Bitcoin, which is going to be roughly 70% of all allocation for those two blockchains. Yeah, I mean, we've had a little bit of frustration with tokens wallet support. So yeah, let's talk about that throughout this video as well. So guys, this is the Midnight X or Twitter page. So there's quite a bit of recent news. The first one I want to get into is Hydra heads. Okay, so Midnight partners with Hydra, if you will. So welcome to the strategic ecosystem partners operating Hydra heads for Glacier Drop, a multi-phase, multi-billion night token distribution for the Midnight network. So this collaboration establishes strong technical foundation, manage, etc. So guys, what's cool about Midnight, okay, so Midnight, by the way, is a privacy-focused blockchain. So Cardano is separate, but it is a partner chain with Midnight. So what that means for Midnight is that it will be able to utilize some of the best technology coming from Cardano. Okay, so one of those things is going to be Hydra heads. Okay, so this is relatively new. So as you guys know, scaling a Glacier Drop with Hydra, Glacier Drop multi-phase, multi-billion token distribution. So guys, approximately 34 million addresses from 8 different blockchains, right? ADA, Bitcoin, I believe it's what, BNB, AVAX, BAT, right? So a lot of different wallets are eligible to receive this airdrop. How are you going to send those transactions? Well, you're going to utilize Hydra heads, right? So to put it short, using a Hydra head set of independent infrastructure operations can validate transactions. Basically, it increases throughput and it also increases speed. So you'll be able to send a lot of transactions within a transaction and it will be very fast, right? So you can think of Hydra, right? I believe isn't it like a dragon with like multiple heads? So it's kind of like instead of having 2 lanes when you're driving, imagine, you know, a full-on highway with multiple lanes. So not only can you drive faster, but you have more lanes as well. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. That's the best way that the Moose can really explain it. But at the end of the day, Midnight is going to have some of the best tech, and it's going to be doing that and utilizing all this without compromising its security. So that's something you should keep in mind as well. So a big thing when it comes to what I believe is going to be one of the biggest things for blockchain in RWAs, right? Real world assets. When you tokenize stocks, right? When you can send transactions fast, well, you'll be utilizing Hydra heads, that technology. And on top of that, the underlining blockchain as security, as the infrastructure built on top of the internet, it's a win-win. So that's why I think this whole thing is a big deal. Okay. So guys, claim phase one has ended. So there's a lot to go over on this episode. So Glacier Drop phase one claims now closed. Okay. So if you want to view your claims, all you're going to do is go to view claims, right on the website. Okay, so it's claim.midnight. And here, all you're going to do is enter your address or connect a wallet. So if you guys were watching this channel, guys, definitely subscribe if you do want to stay ahead. Keep in mind, nothing on this episode should be taken as financial advice. You're listening to a Loose Moose. But guys, you can go here, type in midnight. And here I have a bunch of videos. I have a YouTube short 3 months ago. 3 reasons Cardano will break all-time highs, and I have midnight as a reason. Guys, how to claim night tokens using Trezor. So, of course, some of you were frustrated. I was as well. I had a bunch of Bitcoin on my Tangem, and I wasn't able to claim my night tokens for whatever reason. Maybe I didn't have it at the right time. That's possible. But for the most part, you're going to have a little bit of that frustration. But the idea and essence of this video is to allow a lot of you the opportunity to get some night tokens. Okay, so when we get into this phase 2, which begins in roughly 5 days from this video, today we are Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. This will give you guys an opportunity to get some night tokens. So I don't believe you need any allocation. I don't think there was any screenshot or certain amount of Cardano that you needed, or any other asset to be eligible for this. So keep that in mind. But guys, stay tuned on this channel. When phase 2 opens and there's any type of opportunities for myself to educate you and to provide a tutorial, then I'll be providing that for you. So, you know, I've been doing crypto for over 5 years, and I've set up over probably over 25 different hardware wallets at this point. I want to keep you guys updated. So I just did a first look on the Safe 7, you know, another good wallet that's coming out as well. Okay, so phase 1 ended. It's okay. If you didn't claim, cool. If you guys want, again, you can connect your wallet. So we're going to do that real quick. And this is one of my claims. So I believe I have just under 8,000 night. There you go. So we have 7,825 night tokens. So this is what I am eligible to claim with one of my main wallets. So really cool. I don't know what the price will be of that. I'm not concerned about that right now. It's really about getting in early, and I didn't have to pay for these tokens. So just by holding ADA and, you know, suffering a 95% dip, I'm just kidding. But you guys know what I mean. So let me know, comment down below, how many night tokens did you get in phase 1? So that's over with. So we have 5 days now, 5 to 6 days, if you will. And yeah, you're not going to get access to these tokens for a while. We may go over it in this video as well. But guys, let's focus on what we have control over, and that is phase 2. Okay. So phase 2 is the Scavenger Mine. So let's go full screen right here. So phase 1, 50% going to ADA holders, 20% to BTC, 30% to the rest. But keep in mind, there's going to be a lot left over for the Scavenger Mine and the Lost and Found, which we'll talk about. So here, claim phase 2. During this phase, 100% of the unclaimed tokens from the Glacier Drop phase will be processed, and what is that? Apportioned between participants, core network, So I've done research on this, and I've already organized this. So there is a white paper, which is here. So if we get into phase 2, and what we're going to do is find this. We'll look up phase 2. And we'll do this part again. So here we go. So we have phase 2. This document is huge, by the way. So if I'm going through it, forgive me on that. So there we go. Claim phase 2 Scavenger Mine. So there's a lot of information. So the 30-day process will be divided into 31-day slots, each beginning at 0 UTC. So I believe what's going to happen here is that, and by the way, I think anybody is eligible. We're going to use ChatGPT as a mini guide. So I plugged in ChatGPT the light paper, and I can now ask it questions that, you know, we all have regarding this as well. So eligibility for phase 2, it's open to everyone based on what I know. Again, nothing should be taken as financial advice. You know, research at your own risk. I'm just trying to help you guys out. Proof of work style. So proof of work style scavenging. So what they're going to do is, I believe, open up tasks where you can solve math equations, kind of like, I don't know if it's exactly like Bitcoin mining, but you're going to have a proof of work style where you can earn the remaining tokens. And there's a little bit of insight as well in this paper. So I did see some of this, a little bit of Moose math. We're not even going to try to figure that out. Moose has probably third grade level math skills. So keep that in mind. Very important. So as good as I am with crypto, my math skills are not that impressive. So let's say that, for example, 10% of the total supply were claimed during the Glacier Drop. And I believe that is for phase 1. Okay. So I believe the number was around 20%. I heard that somewhere. But for argument's sake, let's say it's 10%. That means that 41% will be allocated, the allotment reserve will be allocated for Midnight Foundation, 35 to reserve, and then TGE, and then 6% for the lost and found claim phase. Okay. So these are these are numbers that you can look at. And by the way, I think a lot of this is just it's a little too complex. I would like to see I would have enjoyed a much simpler airdrop. Even if it was, hey, we took a screenshot, you know, you had 30 days to claim. After that, it's going to thaw out. Now there's this whole scavenger phase, lost and found. I think it's quite a bit. That's just my opinion. The idea is there. It's cool. But guys, this is very complicated. The fact that, you know, I even know as much as I do about crypto, I have to go into ChatGPT, copy paste things and figure out kind of what's going on. That's a little bit egregious. So you guys let me know. I know I just kind of want my tokens or not have them. This is just my opinions, right? So I'm honest on this channel. You know, it would be nice to just be like, hey, this is what's going on, instead of, I don't mind researching things, but the claim phases and the way it's all working, save the complexity for the blockchain. Leave the airdrop alone, right? So that would be cool. Because even now, it's like, I'm going to have to hear about it. Oh, I don't see my night tokens. You know, when night? Well, it's going to be thought out over time, which is a cool idea. But anyways, so guys, that's the idea for claim phase 2 scavenger mine. During this phase, 100% unclaimed tokens will be a portion for all that. So there's going to be a portion for us to claim. So you're going to go to view claims, and then when it's open, you're probably going to see it here, right? So over 3 billion night tokens were claimed during the Glacier Drop phase. So miss that window, want to play bigger, be a part of the future. Scavenger Mine is coming. You can join. So registration opens in 5 days. So that's where we're at right now. And then after that, we're going to get into the lost and found. And there's quite a bit of stuff going on in that. So let's look here. And again, you're not going to get access to your tokens right away. A day 1 schedule will unlock 25%. Yeah, so it takes time for you to get all your tokens. I've done a video on this. So if you guys want, you can definitely check it out. Let's talk about claim phase 3 for a little bit. So lost and found. And I think this is where it's going to be best for those of you that missed out on phase 3. So let's go to ChatGPT. And I already asked him one question. So how can I get night in phase 2? Okay, so this is what we've had to resort to. I got to use AI just to figure out what's going on here. So based on ChatGPT and me putting in the PDF, meaning the tokenomics, the light paper, whatever it's called at this point. So you're going to visit the claim.midnight portal. Go to the Midnight website. Go to the so anyways, go there. You want to be prepared. So since phase 2 is interactive rather than a pure airdrop, you'll likely need to participate in computational tasks or puzzles in order to earn night tokens. Okay, so keep an eye on official announcements. Keep an eye on this channel. I will be letting you guys know ASAP via Twitter. So you guys can follow my Twitter. It's all in the link tree. Everything's in the link tree. In fact, I'm going to take note. I'm going to add Midnight a link to the website on the link tree. So these are links that you guys can use to pick up hardware wallets. Something like a Trezor, Ledger. I got a bunch of hardware wallets. We have more coming our way. We're going to be doing a lot of reviews. Take an online course. But guys, up top, I will have a Midnight link to make sure you guys are on the proper website there, okay? So do that. Use a new unused address. So if you guys have already set up or if you've already claimed your night airdrop, then you would have already set up a Lace wallet. I recommend setting up a Lace wallet. I've got countless tutorials on this. When I say countless, I mean a few, but they're very detailed. I'm not doing it again. So yeah, do that. So yeah, you need that. This was required for phase 1. So 5, maintain self-custody. So because eligibility depends on your being able to sign, verify ownership. So you do, I believe you have to have a non-custodial wallet. So that's where, you know, authority and responsibility go hand in hand as well. Okay, so I have a question for ChatGPT. Okay, so we've already asked, how can I get Night Phase 2? We went over that. Okay, so it begins, you have a 30-day window. You're going to be doing tasks. You're going to be doing tasks. I don't know what that's going to be like. I don't know if you have to build a computer, freaking solve mathematical equations. I don't know if you need to chat with Einstein via ChatGPT to figure this out. I don't know. You guys let me know. Comment down below on that. Okay. For phase 3, phase 3. How can I get Night? Who is eligible? I can't even type. Okay, so let's see what it says here. So here we will add in the time codes phase 3. So according to the tokenomics document, phase 3 is labeled lost and found, right? So the moose loses the jacket. He's got to go to the lost and found. So it means to be final opportunity, blah, 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 blah. So the pool phase 3 is capped at about 5.88% of the total night supply. So who's eligible? Users who are eligible in phase 1. So guys, if you are watching this video right now and you are not eligible for night, take part in the scavenger phase. That is probably going to be the only way you can get night tokens. Keep that in mind, okay? So, users who were eligible in phase 1 for the Glacier Drop but did not claim their allocation during that phase, this is our opportunity. People who missed their claim phase window 1, this will be going to the lost and found, right? So it's not clear that new participants can get in there. So how you might get night in phase 3. So monitor the official claim portal. So again, I will have a link in the link tree. Guys, check out that link. And when phase 3 opens, I'll do a video. And maybe I'll talk about how many night tokens I got. So there you go. Be ready with proof that you were eligible in phase 1. So basically, there will be a certain amount left based on how many tokens were claimed, right, during phase 1 and probably a little bit of phase 2. Okay. So that's about it. I think this video is running quite big already. Guys, do your own research. Let me know. Are you happy with the night airdrop? I gave you guys my thoughts and opinions. I'm happy for the tokens. I kind of just want it to be ready. I just want all 3 phases to be over so that we can begin to get our tokens. Right now, if we look at the market, it's holding up okay today. I'm pretty optimistic on the long end, but Cardano has had a rough time. I know most of you are in ADA right now, so if you're not buying, you're probably just hodling. So, guys, with that being said, the moose is loose. I hope you enjoyed this episode. and hopefully we see Tangent Wallet support in the future. And right now, I would just expect for it to not happen. Just, open up your eyes, right? Tomorrow is going to be similar to what it was today. Okay, cheers.